अस्सलाम वालेकुम एवरीवन। मेरा नाम है मोहम्मद उमर फारूक एंड आज का जो हमारा टॉपिक रहने वाला है वो है द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ एम्पैथी इन लीडरशिप एंड टीम वर्क। तो ये हमारा जो टास्क रहने वाला है वो है टॉक विद चैट जीपीटी। सो विदाउट वेस्टिंग एनी फर्दर टाइम लेट्स रोल इन द वीडियो। हाय,
Hey, how's it going?
everything is fine. So tell me about the importance of
Good.
empathy in leadership and teamwork.
hmm AI can really change how leaders and teams operate. For leaders, it offers data backed insights, so decisions aren't just gut feelings. For teams, AI can automate the busy work so people can focus on creative problem solving and collaboration. But honestly, its biggest impact is amplifying human skills, not replacing them.
Okay, first,
Leaders still need. Hmm?
carry on.
Sure. Leaders still need to, set vision and trust because AI can't do that. It can help spot patterns like who's drifting, disengaging, or when workloads are lopsided. But empathy and motivation, those still have to come from people.
So, first, can you define me empathy in one line?
Hmm. Empathy is understanding how someone feels and showing them that you get it instead of just analyzing their words.
So, LLM models are not empathetic.
Uh, right. Models can imitate empathy in tone, but they don't feel emotions. Only humans can genuinely experience and share feelings.
Okay, so as you know, our discussion topic is the importance of empathy. So, what do you think? First, we will talk about leadership. So, what are the main empathic moments should be in the like team leads should happen like should they have?
Hmm. In leadership, a few moments matter most. When giving feedback, handling conflicts during change, like new projects, supporting someone who's struggling, and even when recognizing good work. Empathy helps there. It's saying, I see your perspective before jumping to solutions. That builds trust and honestly makes tough conversations less brittle.
Okay, now same for the teams.
Sure. For teams, it's about feeling safe to speak up, admitting mistakes without fear. When teammates actually listen to each other, ideas get sharper and people stick around longer. So, yeah, it's not a soft extra, it's a performance booster.
And if the one side is not getting empathic to the other side, then what the damage will happen?
Let me check. Without empathy from one side, trust erodes, communication gets guarded, conflicts get personal, and collaboration turns into self protection. Over time, motivation drops and people may leave just to find understanding elsewhere. And if neither side tries to understand the other, you end up with a loop of misunderstanding and tension, which tank morale fast. So, mutual empathy is the safeguard that keeps things breathable.
So, which are the things which they cause most of the time the people to make unempathetic?
Usually, stress, assumptions, lack of listening, and sometimes a bit of ego. And sometimes it's plain burnout. When people don't have the energy to pause and see the other side's view. But the good news, it's a skill. So you can practice and get better at it.
Okay, and I want to know a second problem too, which are the major cause of this.
Look, if you mean deeper causes, things like upbringing, past experiences, emotional intelligence gaps, fear of vulnerability, or an organizational culture that rewards results, but not respect. That's when empathy gets crowded out. Understanding those roots helps actually fix the pattern instead of just reacting to it.
So, do you think strict rules create an impact towards the leaders or the workers' feeling of unempathy?
Let me check. They can, but it depends on how they're applied. Strict rules without listening can crush empathy, but clear, fair rules paired with genuine curiosity about people's situations can actually reinforce it. Kind of be strict on standards, but understanding with people.
Okay, and the person who got the target of a just due to a high or strict standard, what they should do for themselves, and even they can't even explain their problem.
Let me check. That's rough, and it does happen. First, try to focus on what you can control. Keep doing the work to standard and document it. If you can't share personal details, say something general like, I'm facing a challenge affecting work, and I would I would appreciate discussing possible solutions. And if there's truly no room to communicate, that might be a sign the environment itself isn't healthy long term. Ideally, even strict leaders should make space for concerns. And if they don't, sometimes the brave move is finding a place where empathy goes both ways.
Okay, so you think leaving that place will be the like better option if nothing else is left. So, what do you think about like the leader side pressure when team members are not empathic and they are just doing whatever they want and they have a lot of like their own fantasies and they won't applying any standard to themselves or anyone.
Let me check. Good question. Leaders carry their own pressures like deadlines and team performance. If team members ignore standards, it hurts collective results and creates stress. But empathy goes both ways. Leaders need to understand their team, but team members also need to try to understand a leader's constraints. It's less us versus them, more shared responsibility. Without that balance, tension just keeps piling up.
And it's the same situation as I tell you before for the worker. It happened with a leader. Then what they should do.
Let me check. Same core idea. If a leader feels trapped, they can communicate up, set boundaries, delegate, and seek peer support. If the organization stays rigid, no room for empathy both ways, then yeah, just like with an employee, leaving can be the last resort, but only after real attempts to improve. Either way, empathy is the bridge, and if that bridge never gets built, sometimes the healthiest move is finding one that does.
Okay, now tell me the small habits for building empathic are like, you know. So for that,
Hmm.
what are the requirements of micro habit in anybody who want to become useful for other people?
Checking. For building empathy, small habits work great. Pause a second before reacting. Ask one genuine question before giving advice. Listen without interrupting. Summarize what you heard to avoid jumping to conclusions. Say thank you out loud. Do a nightly check in like, did I try to understand today? Time repeatable things, not grand gestures. Empathy, bit by bit, becomes a reflex instead of a performance.
Okay, so what are the main disasters that can happen if the level of empathiness from both sides is at their worst?
Let me check. At its worst, trust evaporates on both sides. Communication breaks, conflicts spike, productivity tanks, burnout climbs, and turnover skyrockets. Basically, without empathy, trust crumbles. And once that's gone, even talented teams struggle to function. That's why empathy is considered a foundation, not a luxury.
And someone is trapped fully in this situation, how they can overcome through this situation, like as a corporate or as a community or as a family even too.
Hang on. If you're totally stuck, start with what you can control. Try rebuilding communication. Focus on shared goals, set healthy boundaries, and, if possible, bring in a neutral third party like HR at work or a counselor in families or communities. If the other side won't engage after sincere effort, then stepping away might be healthiest. The principle everywhere is understand before judging, communicate before assuming, cooperate before fighting, set boundaries before resentment builds. Change takes two sides.
Okay, so this part of the thing I understand. I want to know about the time process for the if someone is trying to change someone's mind for being like towards empathiness. So how much long it will take to.
Checking. That's important. There's no fixed timeline. It depends on willingness, habit depth, and environment. If someone is open, you might see small shifts in weeks. For deep habits, it can take months of consistent positive interactions. If they don't want to change, well, time alone won't fix it. Change unfolds in stages: awareness, acceptance, practice, and consistency. You can't force it. Best signal is steady progress, even if it's just tiny steps.
Okay, so I understand, and maybe we cover all of our today's bullet points. So let's
All right,
end the discussion here.
sounds good. Take care.
So that was the discussion between me and my ChatGPT, and I hope you guys like it. And if you like the video and learn something new from it, then share this video, and we will meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye.